You're being punished for being on time.
I am being punished for being on time. Okay, it's holding now. So apparently I just needed to log out of Streamlabs and log back in again. Ah, no. Wait. It says dropped frames detected 25% over the last 2 minutes, but not from that's from previous, not from the current one. Because it's currently saying 0 dropped frames. Why would you drop a warning like that when I've started a new stream? It's like, hey, we've noticed that you've dropped some frames in the previous stream. Scaring me. Scaring me. Right, we should be up and running now. There we go. Hello, Bashimi. Sorry, we were having technical difficulties in which I needed to log out of Twitch on Streamlabs and log back in because I was apparently dropping like 70% of the frames streaming. Being punished for being on time. Anyway, no Monster Hunter today because it comes out tomorrow. Well, it comes out in like 5 hours. But I won't be live in 5 hours. Also, I have a new light, so the background looks even darker than usual, and the reason is that this light is insanely bright. So I'm nice and like well lit, and the background is in darkness. It was glitchy AF, so I just assumed it was my shit internet. No, it was something with Streamlabs. Turn the camera down slightly. Am I less shiny? Kind of. But then I get dark. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. I might move the light. I don't know if I like it where it is. But supposedly having the light slightly to the side is more interesting because you get a bit more shadow on your face rather than just having like a flatly lit face. But I don't know if it just looks like I've got the light in a bad place because there's shadow on my face, you know? Maybe it's because there's so little other light, the shadow's really dark. I need like a smaller fill light. But then I'm getting into really expensive lighting. I can't afford more lights. Anyway, this is something I missed. Oh, I punched my model light. Ugh. We got some Mallorcan beer today.
Oh.
And now the 5 million question, will the Tyranids finally get colours? No, I haven't finished doing the white yet. Or... I mean, I could. On, like, the big guy, I could do the purple. But then when I'm touching up the grey and doing the highlights and stuff on the grey, I'd have to be really careful not to get it on the purple. Which just sounds like a pain in the ass. I could do the grey on him now for a more interesting stream than just more white. Darkness stream, no one can see shit. What, you mean like if I did this? That's the difference. That's how powerful this light is. Dark Lord stream. What, Voldemort? Voldemort stream. See, I could... Grey did I use? Did I use this grey as the highlight? Like, this is the mid, this is the highlight. I think? Human. In the Dark Lord's dungeon ASMR.
No.
So yeah, sure. Let's do something more interesting. Let's do the greys on this guy, shall we? Let's get the dust off of him first.
What am I doing? No idea yet.
Sitting and waiting for Monster Hunter release for 5 hours ASMR.
Yeah.
Have you pre-ordered it yet?
No, not yet.
Are you gonna buy it on release?
Because I don't know whether to like I said, I don't know whether to go and buy it physical or like get it digital so I have it. Like
I wanted the pre-order bonus.
that's fair. What's pre-order bonus again?
I don't remember. Some cosmetics or something. Nothing that great.
Yeah. Pre-order bonus.
I do like that the game comes with a digital art book though.
Hmm. Well, oh, that's pretty cool. Guild Knight set.
So is that in the pre-order bonus?
Yes.
It's not in the Ultimate Edition
No.
or whatever, because they've got like premium editions
Yeah. Oh, feck it.
with like the I don't know, a Latrian Cumlord set.
Hmm. I mean, I'm not even gonna get to play it fucking tomorrow night until late. Because I've got fucking magic.
I'm working tomorrow as well.
Same.
Not tomorrow night at least, but
Yeah.
I'll be
Oh, yeah,
playing it.
I'm working from home.
Whoa! You know what I should remember to do before I put paint on my wet palette? Put a wet palette sheet on it.
What your palette?
The palette has been wetted, but I haven't put a sheet on it.
What's your whistle?
A sheet of grease-proof paper. Have you got on a wet palette yet? I know you wanted to.
I've not really I've not really done much painting already, so
Fair. Got so much painting to do. Can't get anything wet, can't you? That, well, I'm trying to figure out the. There was a double negative. Does that mean I can get anything wet? I think there's too much water in my wet palette. Tipped it out as well.
oh yeah, I have now pre-ordered it.
The pre-order peer pressure.
4 hours and 45 minutes before release.
It still counts.
It still counts.
You still get to call yourself a true Monster Hunter fan.
Yeah. I think the reason why I didn't get it before is because I thought I had less money than I did.
Fair. Right. Time to paint.
In the meantime, before I lose my life to Monster Hunter,
Can't
gotta
talk
play
right
some more
now.
Hades.
I'm making piss.
I'm making piss. So what if you could see the dark side of me? I love that meme.
One thing that slightly bothers me about the Armor Painter wet palette and wet palette sheets, the sheets don't perfectly fit the sponge. They're just a little bit smaller than the sponge. And like, it doesn't affect how it works or the painting in any way, it just slightly bothers me. So what if you could see the darkest side of me? gonna be honest, I never understood the appeal of these games. Like, whenever I see gameplay, I'm like, damn, that doesn't look like a game I'd enjoy. I really enjoy Monster Hunter games. I've sunk way too much time into them.
Yeah.
I mean, this is coming from the Clicker King. If there's a game I can grind that, like, requires, sure, a bit of skill, but, like, more than just time to complete, like, I'll play it.
Whoa. Roll it back a bit. You said clicker and skill in the same sentence.
Well, Monster Hunter is like a clicker game that needs skill.
Better.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I thought you were saying that clicker games need skill. I was like, what the fuck are you saying?
I need strategy to get to the level I got to. But I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that Monster Hunter isn't just a clicker game that requires a bit of skill.
I mean, yeah.
The entire concept of beat thing a few times, get bigger thing, so you no longer have to beat small thing a few times. Exponential growth by doing the same thing over and over and over again. I've actually been playing a clicker game recently that's quite fun. Called Widget Inc.
Oh, fair.
It's kind of like a little factory type, like, clicker game. I don't know, it's fun. It's like not super complex, but it's fun. You make widgets, but you have to put down like iron mines on iron, and then like put down iron smelters, and then put down widget machines, and like automate them, and you have to put them in places that like produce the most amount of the resources, and like it's fun. Yeah. I probably won't complete it though, because Monster Hunter's coming out tomorrow. I just have... Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm making piss just stuck in my head. So what if you could see the darker side of me? The cats are fighting in the background. But yeah, I don't know, Bashimi, do you like Souls-like games? You like Breath of the Wild? You got nearly 400 hours in Breath of the Wild. Like, Leo is currently playing Tears of the Kingdom in the background. But like, the game isn't that far from games like The Legend of Zelda and like Souls-likes, and you know. Do you? Yeah, why? Like, comparing to like the Ganon fights and stuff. Neither's Monster Hunter. Like, a lot of the combat stuff is very Monster Hunter. But I also don't know what the new Wilds gameplay loop is going to be, because there may well be stuff aside from just hunting monsters. I mean, there's already world exploration stuff that's always been in Monster Hunter, gathering resources and stuff, and doing mini quests that aren't fighting monsters.
Yeah. Also, this time, because, like, at least with the main, or the first map that we had in the beta, it's like a you just run out instead of having to like go on a quest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I wonder how much it's going to be like that in the full game.
Mm.
Because obviously the other Monster Hunter games, you have multiple maps.
Yeah.
And like, will having just one map feel repetitive, or will there be other maps you can go to alongside that main like hub map?
I hope so. Because some of the maps in fucking World are fucking
So
beautiful.
good.
Fucking Coral Highlands is such a beautiful map.
Yeah.
As well as Elder's Recess. I love Elder's Recess.
Controversial opinion. I quite like Ancient Forest,
Bet it.
but I know that's controversial mainly because of how vertical it is, and people hate how vertical it is.
Mm. I mean, I like how it looks. It can be annoying to like have to like traverse.
I just felt like I never personally struggled with traversing it.
Mm.
I don't know why.
I think the problem a lot of people have with Ancient Forest is Rakaloths.
Yeah. Fair. Just flying up to the top of the map.
Mm. Flying up to the top of the map, you get there, it pisses off.
Yeah. Fighting needs to be enjoyable, but the world, the characters, and the story are what appeals to me in games. Monster Hunter has story. There's whole lore. They made a whole ass movie out of it.
I wouldn't make the Monster Hunter movie a selling point.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the Monster Hunter movie, George. I was talking about the animation.
Oh. What, the Legends of the Guilds?
Yeah.
I wouldn't make the Legends of the Guilds a selling point. Old Gnarly Cougar.
Gnarly Cougar. Gonna kick some Lunastra. But like, I mean, just the fact that they were able to make films out of them shows that the worlds are rich enough for it.
Yeah, I watched a whole video on like the like world and like the map, the like full world map of all of Monster Hunter. It was like a fucking like couple hours long video.
But like they do have quite substantial stories. Even down to like in-world, the hunters being a part of the ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like the thing with a lot of Monster Hunter. Is that the hunters are like part of the ecosystem. I think
Yeah.
that was like a big thing in Monster Hunter just generally.
They're basically like, you know how, for example, to be fair, this is probably a fairly niche fact actually, but lionfish are super invasive. To the extent where every year there are lionfish catching competitions where it's encouraged to hunt them because it benefits
the ecosystem. Is a lionfish.
Or even in the UK, I actually had a teacher when I was doing an apprenticeship who had a hunting license because once a year he would go and hunt an invasive species of deer to stop it from like encroaching into areas it shouldn't be. And stuff like that, you know. That's basically what Monster Hunter is.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I mean the whole like Madragora story and stuff. They have plots. There's reasons you're going out and doing the things. You meet new people.
Yeah.
Fucking Geralt of Rivia's there.
I can't remember what it was. There's one of the older Monster Hunter games. I think it's 4. The one where fucking it's my favorite, one of my favorite ones. Gormagala.
Gormagala.
The one where Gormagala is introduced, and it is like the main antagonist of that game
Mhm.
because of its frenzy thing, and basically Gormagala's frenzy affecting all the monsters around it,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, which one was that? Which game was that?
I think it's 4.
Because wasn't that also basically the plot of Sunbreak?
I guess so, yeah, with Guys Magorm.
Yeah. Also realizing, you know the leech butterfly in Curse of Strahd?
Yeah.
It looks. The description sounds a lot like the leech butterfly things from
I don't know what you're
Sunbreak.
talking about.
Was there perhaps an inspiration there?
Nah. I have no idea what you're going on about.
See, I thought that they were like an actual thing from Strahd. Suddenly, I'm realizing my worldview has been shattered.
Why do you think I've not played Monster Hunter music since the first session? I played it once in the first session and I was like, wait, I don't want that to be in anyone's head. I don't want that to be in like Lawrence's head.
I have a co-worker who I'm quite good friends with who has played Curse of Strahd, and how I was telling him about Lixian becoming a werewolf, and he was like, I have to resist the urge to tell you right now where you can go get cured.
Well, that place might not exist in my one. Who knows?
Whoa. Him before you've just removed a whole place that's in Curse of Strahd, specifically so Lixian can't get cured. Are you waiting so you can go to bed, Leo? Night. Sleep well. I love you too. You're gay.
Dan, how dare? How dare you say that to anyone? Let alone your own boyfriend.
The sign language course I'm doing at work has how to sign sexualities in it.
Oh.
Fun fact. I haven't got there yet though. But one of my colleagues had. If I remember, gay is, I think it was that, possibly moving your hand like that or something. Lesbian is that. I can't remember what bi was. It was something involving holding two fingers up. And straight was just.
That is me saying yes with full well knowing that I can't see it because I don't have the actual stream up.
Damn, you don't have my stream open?
I have the chat open.
Fake friend.
I'm here, aren't I?
Whatever happened to bro support bros?
I'm here, aren't I?
The straight salute, yeah. My Japanese lessons are going well.
Nice.
Japanese grammar is confusing. Still, I'd rather learn Japanese grammar, which has rules to it, than learn, like, French grammar, you know?
Mm.
Or English grammar. Honestly. I remember learning for the first time that I before E except after C is just, like, not true.
Yep.
You'd love to be called gay in sign language? I'm pretty sure it was this. Shall I just look it up? British Sign Language gay. Let's see. British Sign Language gay. I was right! It's that! Okay, some people are doing it like thumb up. Oh, there's multiple ways of doing it. Yeah, they're doing it. Okay, thumb up like that. One person did it like that without the hand, like the lower hand. There's a couple by because then lesbian is that. Let's look up by BSL. Bisexual. Once again, there's two different ways of doing this. One of them was this. I'm not sure how to do the other one, but I'm also concerned that I'll accidentally swear in sign language if I try. Anyway, that's enough sign language. I know how to do A to Z and count 1 to 10 in sign language. That's all I've gotten so far. Thumbs up for the gays, exactly. That's how you remember it. And finger guns for the lesbians. But I do like that that is actually covered in the official British Sign Language course.
Mm.
I have a feeling there's not meant to be a seam there. But it's quite an obvious seam, so I'm going to paint it like it's supposed to be there. A queer person 500% came up with those signs, I just know it. It's kind of wild, like... You guys stand up on my... Consider... I personally think that sign language should just be taught in schools as standard.
Mm.
I feel like there's no reason not to. But in the whole of the UK, only 150,000-ish people speak sign language. Which is really not that many. A great camera for me. Thanks, me. Nails looking fucked up as usual, honestly. It's a style at this point. Yeah, I haven't done my nails in a while. I keep intending to paint them and then forgetting. I really need to get new brushes. This brush is kind of fucked. The point is not really a point. Being broke, you get used to like making shit equipment work. So when's the Hades speed run, George?
When I can consistently beat the surface route. And even then, probably not.
So what are we getting first? The Hades speed run or the Hollow Knight speed run?
Hold on, 1 second. Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Was there screaming? Maybe?
Yeah, the dog and the cat were going at the dog went at the cat a second there.
I didn't hear it.
Mm.
But apparently Bashimi did.
Yeah,
All the way from France.
I definitely saw that Discord did pick it up.
Fair. It was so loud you could hear it in France. But not over here. The French super hearing. Exactly. I heard super hearing and my brain went to tell a joke, but the joke was the wrong way round. I was going, super hearing, can I have supervision too? The joke's the other way around.
Yeah.
Supervision? Wow, can I have super hearing too? But I guess you would, you know, probably evolve to have quite good hearing if your country's getting invaded all the time. You gotta listen out for those invaders. feel like when it comes to when people talk about countries getting invaded loads historically, it's never really talked about the fact that Britain was actually invaded like a metric shit ton. Like the Romans, the Saxons, the Vikings, everybody was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a piece of Britain. But then Britain became like a superpower, so it was like, well, I guess we won't talk about that anymore. I guess we became a superpower as a result of being invaded by like some substantially powerful countries. I don't know. The French resistance versus very quiet jeeps. Just wait until the EVs arrive. French hearing will get even better. You become adept at detecting the sound of You better get on it quick before the swastikas arrive, so that you can identify them early on. Didn't the British court only speak French for a whole last century? I don't know. Interestingly enough, we're not taught that part of British history. We're only taught the victories. We're taught like, wow, the Victorian era was great. Oh gosh, we sure taught Hitler a lesson. We're never taught like, remember that time we got our asses kicked? We're taught the downsides of other countries.
The countries that dared mess with us.
Well, like, we had an entire curriculum on American slavery, you know? And, like, valid, that's a very important thing to learn about. But in that time, we don't really learn about, like, British slavery. Because Britain sure did engage in that whole thing. Granted, we got rid of it before America, and that's what basically the entire American Civil War was about, but... We're not even an hour in. Already talking about slavery. Can't we have one stream where we don't talk about controversial politics?
Possible ban evader.
Oh. Nice, it's another one of those best viewers. I love the brackets remove the space. Phenomenal. I guess it's possible ban evader because we've banned so many of these at this point. You might have to ban them for me because when I click on them, the like symbols aren't coming up. I can
Same
report
here.
them.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of the mod symbols either.
Log into Twitch. I am logged into Twitch. Okay, I can do it on there.
I accidentally closed Twitch, trying to close the pop-up chat to see if I can do it on still on the main thing. I accidentally just closed Twitch.
Apparently I'm not logged into the Twitch chat on Streamlabs, which normally I am. What is the camera focus now? Because this bit right here is not in focus. Really need to get a proper mini painting camera eventually. My phone just is not cutting it. Doot, doot. Don't have to worry about getting it on the white too much here because I'm touching up the white because I'm going to make it glowy.
My boy.
My boy!
My boy. Best boy.
That's my boy!
Best boy. He's here.
Cedric Diggory.
That's my boy!
Don't know, a random little tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to work for a streaming service, one of the markets that we capitalized on when it came to social media posts was Robert Pattinson just had like a large swathe of like obsessed like fans that would swarm like any post that had Robert Pattinson in it.
Oh.
So anytime we posted anything about like Tenet or a film that Robert Pattinson was in, those posts would always perform.
Damn.
Don't know why. I don't really know what's special about him. He was in Twilight.
I think that's it. Oh, well on this also well vaguely on the subject of Harry Potter.
Uh-huh.
So D&D released a new UA today. You know this is going well with Harry Potter as the subject. But actually no, it's pretty cool.
Strixhaven?
For
Oh.
Artificer, they released a new UA with a new subclass for Artificer called the Cartographer.
Ooh.
And one of the third level abilities is literally just the Marauders map.
Damn, that's actually cool though.
It is actually pretty cool.
Do you remember that heist session I did?
Mm-hmm.
That would be so good for that.
Yeah. Basically, you can choose a number of creatures equal to 1 plus your intelligence modifier, and you essentially attune them to the map. And so, as long as they're on the same plane of existence as you, you can see where they are.
Damn. Did you hear about China Marauders mapping a American military base?
I did not.
They hacked like a ton of American soldiers' Fitbits.
Oh.
And were able to just track anywhere they went in this American military base. And like mapped out the entire base and like the routes that people take around it and stuff. The real thing. But yeah, I'm glad to see Artificer getting some love.
Yeah. Because there's a new Eberron book coming.
Artificer? Artificer?
I say Artificer. I mainly heard it called Artificer. I haven't really heard anyone call it Artificer.
Artifeister? You heard anyone call it that?
I can't say I have.
Damn.
That's
just
a
me.
new one.
Maybe they should.
Maybe they should.
You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
I want to see a new Illrigger subclass. It would only take 1 or 2 more Illrigger subclasses for me to never have to play another class again. Give me Illrigger Gunslinger. That would just be Helsing, wouldn't it? Or was it Death the Kid or something? What was that anime about Death where he has guns?
Um,
Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Soul Eater?
Maybe?
I don't think it's Soul Eater, but it's the only. Like, I think Death the Kid is from Soul Eater.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. He has guns in that, right?
But Jimmy said Soul Eater, so I'm going to go with that.
Is he not a Grim Reaper in that?
I don't fucking know. I've not watched the anime.
Wasn't Artificer locked behind a copyright and that's why they didn't do anything official with them? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I didn't hear about that, but...
I didn't hear about that, but I fucking could have. Who knows?
Because, I mean, we had a substantial amount of 5e content for Artificer.
Yeah. Because it was in the Eberron book and then in Tasha's.
And, like... Eberron's Magic the Gathering originally, right?
I don't know.
No, we
No.
had this conversation before, didn't we?
You're thinking of Ravnica, I think.
Yeah. It was Ravnica and the Death one that's name I can't remember, but we have had that conversation before.
Yeah. But, oh, now on the subject of Magic the Gathering, not only have they, recently announced the fucking,
Final Fantasy
deck,
Yeah.
they've also recently announced the Tarkir decks!
Oh,
I can't do this.
I'm
I
not going to be
cannot-
getting either because I'm broke.
Mm,
I'm too busy worrying about LARP stuff.
that's fair.
I've got to get my car MOT'd next month.
Oh.
But I do kind of just want to buy the Cactuar. For the memes, I just want to buy Cactuar and Toss or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Hello, Extreme Lucario. How are you doing? Magic the Money Pit, real. Honestly, when I used to live with my parents, the amount of money I was spending on Magic, because we played Magic regularly,
Mm.
and I didn't have to worry about bills. Oh god, nothing I'm painting is on camera right now. Didn't have to worry about bills, so all my money went on Magic, and I was buying like almost a deck from every set that would come out, which was like almost every month. Have they upped it to monthly yet?
I don't know.
We have a deck every month. I miss having no bills and no responsibilities. You play Anno? Nice. I've never actually played Anno. I own a couple of them. that I got for free at some point. I don't really know anything about them. George, I have a hypothetical for you.
Oh no.
I know you love my hypotheticals.
Mm-hmm.
If a wizard casts a spell on you,
Mm-hmm.
so that every
On
time
what
you
will-
sneeze, the effect of a Magic the Gathering card would come off in real life and happen, what card would you choose?
I want to know what certain things do in this scenario. Like, what does like haste do in this scenario?
You don't get
If it's
summoning
like-
sickness.
Like, if I choose a card that's like this creature gains haste until the end of turn or whatever.
Haste means you wake up in the morning not tired.
Oh my god, I'm picking that.
Dash means you wake up in the morning not tired, but you crash at about lunchtime.
So that just, and honestly, that is just me. That's just me if I don't get a coffee, to be honest.
That's me if I do get a coffee.
Damn.
I'd pick any board wipe.
What?
You just walk into a room, sneeze, and then everyone
And
drops
everyone
dead.
dies.
Everyone turns to fucking ash. You just Thanos snap a room by sneezing. I guess what quantifies something as on the board, you know? Is every living thing on the earth on the board right now?
I would. Yeah. Yes.
So would I wipe
Oh,
out the
so does-
entire
What
earth?
does would I feel like? Yeah. Okay. On the board would be like in the room in this scenario.
Like on the same battlefield as you?
Yeah.
Like a football pitcher's worth of people?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my choice. It makes me think of, have you seen the picture of the dude with the really, really tight buttons that was captioned like, if he sneezes, he turns into an active shooter?
I'm not, but I can imagine it.
Just that meme. Nah, but on a real note, I'd probably go for one of the like healing abilities or something. Or
that makes-
indestructible.
What does like hexproof do in this scenario?
I guess nothing. Unless the wizard grants someone else the same ability as you. You get hexproof. The wizard can no longer cast remove curse on you.
No.
You wouldn't catch me dead spending money on anything I enjoy. That's a lie, Bushimi. Well, unless it isn't and you're just like broke. It's because you can't spend money on anything you enjoy. Same.
Yeah, less you wouldn't catch me, and more you couldn't catch me.
I mean, given how long I've been learning Japanese and the time investment I put in and the effort I put in, I have not spent a single pound on learning Japanese. Would my learning journey be more efficient if I had? Maybe. Have I pirated grammar textbooks rather than buy them? Yes. Do I feel any guilt or remorse? No.
Absolutely not.
Honestly, though, Genki is expensive. I guess it's targeted at like students, you know, so they can charge you a premium for it because that shit gets paid for. But then anyone that's like, I want to learn as a hobby, it's like, well, pay 40 quid for a book. I have the PDF downloaded on my iPad and then uploaded to a notes app so that I can write on it. Because I am smart. And that was how I learnt that Japanese gives you a rule on verb conjugations, goes, here's this rule, here's how it works, here are 10 verbs that don't abide by that rule. And you go, wow. Thanks, Japan. Very cool.
Athena, I'm begging you to show up right now, please.
This might come as a surprise. It won't, but it might. In Japan, they teach Japanese grammar rules better than we teach them in English.
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
Like, I really struggled to get my head around the difference between ru and u verbs. Because every verb in Japanese ends with u. Including ru verbs. And then I had someone describe it to me the way it's taught in Japanese, which is ichidan and godan. And basically, it's every verb that ends with u, apart from verbs that end with either iru or eru, are godan verbs. And ichidan verbs all end with iru or eru. There are still exceptions to that rule, but God, does that make more sense than u and ru. And it makes like figuring out how to conjugate them so much easier as well. There are also a couple of irregular verbs. I think there's only 2 irregular verbs, but the fact that they still exist is annoying. Which is their conjugation rules just don't abide by Ichidan or Godan rules. And the verbs are suru, which means to do, which when you conjugate it doesn't become surimas or sumas, it becomes shimas. And the other one is kuru, which is to hear, which becomes kimas. Well, the reason they're irregular, I guess, is that the actual main part of the verb changes. Whereas all other verbs like hanasu becomes hanashimasu.
Oh, Menhir's Fate finally dropped the law for the area with Valdraith, so there you go, my guy.
Hell yeah. I can finally make my character.
Because I've been hearing from Blaine that they've, like, been waiting on that for ages.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the lore for Valdraith that's happened at this point has been from, like, fan servers.
Yeah.
The servers have just kind of come up with their own lore and culture.
Like, I have heard a lot about keys from Blaine.
Keys?
Apparently keys are a big thing in Valdraith.
Oh. a big part of it is also like equality in stories. So like it was something I quite like, that it was actually my colleague was a part of coming up with, is the idea that like everyone has a story to tell, and it's respectful to listen to someone when they're telling you their story and to not interrupt. And it's to like encourage more nervous and newer people to like actually explore their backstories and stuff. And like, it's so if you're a more experienced Valdwraith and someone else interrupts a newbie, you can be like, basically be like, hey, like, I'm sure you have your own story, but it is time to listen to this person's story right now.
Fair.
Which I like. You're back. You were having a riveting conversation about doing blood work. Please have a light-hearted topic. Let's talk about Junji Ito and the Mosquito episode of Uzumaki. Ugh. But yeah, no, when's the LARP happening? Like in a month?
Yeah, like a little over a month. Blaine and I have decided we're not going to E1 just 'cause,
fair.
but we're going to E2.
Yeah, it's really not much time for people to make their characters.
Yeah,
given that the laws dropped a month beforehand.
I've been hearing a lot from Blaine that they've been saying and talking about in the Valdwraith server is that a lot of people are quite annoyed at that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, because like there were a lot of people that wanted to play like clerics and stuff, and it took so long for the gods to drop.
Yeah.
People were like, who the fuck do I worship? Like, how do I make this character if I don't know what my character can worship?
Yeah. I have still very little idea for backstory.
Yeah, you don't want to bring back blue and red and the magical like curse.
I mean, if we ever do Empire, sure.
We've got the same sword now, right?
Well, when I get it, yeah.
Ah, yes, organization, the real final boss. I mean, I get it, you know, like, it's not exactly a huge LARP organization, and people that are running it do still have other things going on in their lives, but, like, they set out a lot of promises, and it's still an event that you could book and pay for.
Yeah.
And it's not like, you know, the people running it and organizing it and writing the story and stuff aren't, like, experienced when it comes to that kind of thing. Like, they've got LARP veterans who wrote systems, and they've got, like, authors and stuff working on this. How much of what I'm doing is on camera? Well, it's actually on camera. You go to a medieval market on the 15th of March. What should I get? A longsword. Nah, a hand and a half sword, actually. They're easier to carry on your waist. Did I drink enough today? I hope so. The sword that I have that you'll be getting, George, is a really interesting one. In the blade length-wise, it's technically, I think, a hand and a half sword. However, the handle is one hand in size.
Yeah.
You could not hand and half that sword. You could pommel grip, which was a technique, but you could not hand and a half it. Like, hand and a half was there would be enough room on the handle to have half a hand and the rest of your hand be on the pommel.
Yeah.
And it does not have that much. It does not have that much length on the handle. It's actually quite a tight fit to hold the handle if I don't have my finger hooked on the crossguard. But to be fair, hooking your finger on the crossguard was also a historical technique, so I'm fine with that. It feels more comfortable to use. You have more control. Something I really want to do eventually when I'm definitely more into LARP is buy one of the sword blanks and make my own sword.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be really fun. I reckon it would look like ass because I don't think I'll be good at it, but it'll feel good to forge my own sword. A sword forged in latex and fumes. I could airbrush it as well, so it'd actually like look good. Get that shading. Like before he became a knob, Shad. And I love that you knew who I was gonna bring up.
Yeah.
He released a book, and Calamasil, a group that make LARP props that I want to get a sword from, their swords are fucking gorgeous. They're really expensive though. They made the sword from his book.
Yeah.
And they did like a retail version, and they did like a version for him. And the version for him, they did proper like non-metal metals, and it's God, it was a gorgeous LARP sword. It was so nice. But Calamasil swords in general are actually fucking gorgeous. I don't know if you've ever looked at them.
I've not, no.
I'll have to send you a link. But yeah, they are. Oh, chef kiss.
Oh.
Insert pufferfish.
Insert carrot into pufferfish.
Oh. Maybe I'll go on a Calamasil break in a second. We'll look at some Calamasil swords. But yeah, they have one sword called the Edda, which is like a Norse inspired like sword style.
Yeah.
God, does it look good? But it's like a lot of money, if I remember. The only thing I have is an arrow. Not even a bow. Even I have a bow. I have a crossbow. Not a LARP safe crossbow, but I have a crossbow. That Johnny gave me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you still have it, but you had a LARP safe bow.
Yeah, I still have. I don't have it with me. It's at my parents', but I do still have it. And those really cheap LARP safe arrows I had that slowly, the more you used them, got less and less LARP safe. As the fiberglass rod would push itself through the arrowhead. Right, Callum Silbreak.
What the fuck are you doing?
Singing Mario.
Oh.
Right, so we're going to look at the Edda sword first, because I typed in Calamasil and it auto-filled to the link to it. Oh, God. Let me also just quickly put over here. I can send you links.
Oh, that
quickly.
is nice.
Oh, you got my stream open now.
Yeah.
God, the blade! The fucking blade!
Oh, that is nice.
I want it. It's like, it's 215 Canadian dollars. Plus probably import tax because we live in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
But it's, oh, God. Oh, how long is it?
Oh.
This is the long sword version. They have a short sword version as well, which I would assume would change the handle and blade length. And they also have a bastard sword version.
Ooh.
God, it is so pretty. But they've also, so they have a, I think the dagger's called Norn. Yeah. They've got a dagger version. Even just the dagger is $120. Oh God, look at it. And then they also have, yeah, down here, this axe, Krieger, which is like a two-handed, I guess like Dane axe, with a fucking wolf head pommel on the handle. I want it. I want it all. If I was rich, if I had the money for this shit. And then there was one more thing that was in the bought together. This. What's this? Lamakis? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's a U or a V. I'm gonna guess a U. That would make more sense. Yeah, it's a U. Lamakis. Or Lemaki. It's French. The S is probably silent in that case. Which is like a little dagger. Creepy little dagger thing. Oh, and I forgot they do. Oh, God, this sword is gorgeous. La Duchess. Oh,
that is nice.
oh. But they do like sheaths and shit as well. Like La Duchess scabbard. It's like a half scabbard. And even that is gorgeous. And they do left or right-handed for the sheath as well, which surprisingly a lot of places don't do. I love that.
You lefties don't exist. You're lying.
Right. Let's have a look at some of their work. Geralt's. Oh! We've got Geralt's steel sword. Do they have Geralt's silver sword? It's a Radzig sword. Novice 2. Nalandra. Oh, that's... I think you'll possibly like Nilveth more. Both of these are fucking gorgeous. This is Nalandra.
Nah. Seeing the two, I do like Nalandra.
You like Nalandra more. Nilveth has like purple on it though. Oh, they have different color versions.
Yeah,
oh, the
but
red one.
I'm a sucker for black and gold.
What about black and red?
I mean, black and red is cool, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for black and gold.
Do they do the gold one with red? God, that looks good. That looks so good. They do a longsword version. Oh, the longsword version is even nicer. The bastard sword version is even... Oh, the white one's actually really nice. You're very short, so looking at these knowing damn well most of these would crush me on their own is pretty funny. I mean, they're not huge swords. Like, they're not like great swords.
Mm.
But yeah, they're like, I'm pretty sure they're all completely LARP safe. It would be funny if I bought one and it wasn't. But I'm pretty sure that's the whole point. What's in the bought together for this sword? Whoa, that looks like a long Ethestel.
Oh.
Squeeze me, it's a polearm.
Oh.
God, I want it. I want it so bad. Oh, the axe was big. To be fair, the axe, even if it's LARP safe, I think that axe would hurt to get hit by. George, look at this polearm.
I can see it, yeah.
God. How much is the polearm? $330. Geralt's hunting knife? I wouldn't know that that's Geralt's, but that on its own is just really nice. The blade, the shading on the blade looks so nice. Like, I get why these are so expensive, because they're really well crafted. Henry Sword, Pilgrim Master, Highlander 3. Ripley, like a lot of their swords seem to be like game Geralt Silver Sword. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. I want that, and I want Ciri's sword. Yeah, that's also. Although because it's a LARP safe blade, the blade looks a little bit too chunky for the sword. But I can look past that. Because Geralt's Silver Sword is a very small, sleek sword. Ragnar 2, this is another like Nord-inspired sword. Again, gorgeous. It's not very big. I guess they have a longsword version. Doesn't have the blade like stuff that the other one had. I've seen Niobe's sword. Who is Niobe? I know that name from something, I swear. Niobe. Isn't that a Matrix character? That's not who I'm... Yeah, Niobe, the Matrix. Oh, it's because they're named after a Greek mythology character. That explains it. Because a lot of characters are named after Greek mythology, but this sword's pretty fucking gorgeous as well. The runes on the blade. And it's blue. Right, do they have... What is Ciri's blade called? Like, it begins with a Z. Ciriel? Something like that? We're plebeians looking at the wealthy merchant's carriage going through town. Yeah. What did you say, George?
Zariel.
Zariel. Yes, definitely. Ooh, another polearm. Oh, it's not as nice as the elvish one. The Elder Spear. I mean, the handle's a bit boring. But, you know. Jotun, is this a great sword? Is this a Nord great sword? They can't fit the whole thing in frame in a picture.
That's a fucking, like, Nodachi.
Yeah, that's a 3-hand sword. Oh, engraved?
Oh.
God, that... How much
Honestly,
is it engraved?
in that picture, because the top's cut off, it's a bit like an executioner's sword, and you know
Yeah.
what? I vibe with that.
It's giving Elden Ring.
Yeah. No, genuinely, in Shadow of the Erdtree, there's a weapon called the Great Katana, which is literally, it looks like that, honestly.
They sell their katanas and subas separately so you can mix and match them. I kind of love that. You can find a katana you like and a suba you like. You can add them. You can just combine them. They also do with subas. if you want to get one with the Suba. Ooh, I like that one. That's nice. Two-handed. Ah, you can only get the two-handed without Suba though. For bonsai. Yeah. I'm not gonna be the person that turns up to LARP with a katana though. How about a kunai? George, if I ever turn up to a LARP and my character's got a katana, you need to personally put me down. This is just a mace called Lucy.
Oh.
And you know what? I kind of want it. Is it two-handed? Are there any pictures? One-handed, okay. Darn. If it was two-handed, I would have loved that. I wish I could do swordplay so bad, but my shoulders are so shitty I can barely do basic movements. This is low-key sad to look at for me. That is sad. If it makes you feel any better, I'm incredibly unfit. There's Ziriel! Ciri's sword. I actually was right. Mastercrafted or Superior? Oh, the Superior's got a black handle. That looks nicer. In my opinion. But I mean, that's still gorgeous. Got runes on the fucking blade too. They got a person in full Ciri cosplay to pose with it. They do a whole ass sheath for it as well. They do Ciri's scabbard. No one asked these people to do this. They just did it. And they fucking nailed every step of the way. You can get the other version of her... Oh, Geralt's scabbard. But it also fits Ziriel. Oh, Geralt's scabbard is gorgeous, though. Like, the blue ombre into that. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Honestly, like... I think part of the insane thing with all of this is that, like... Yes, these are LARP weapons and the idea is to bonk each other, but these would also kill as wall hangers. Like, these are good wall hangers. A pike sheath? They have pikes? They come in pikes? I found it. I found the Mastercraft weapon. This is it.
Hell yeah. It's like all those ones we saw on Etsy a couple weeks ago.
They've got wrenches and shit as well. I was hoping we'd see a picture of a person holding the brick, though. Anything else? Well, there's a polearm saber. I mean, the Griffin 2, that's a very Arthurian style sword, I think. I mean, it's nice, but it's not, like, as nice as some of the others we've seen. The crossguard is real nice. The blade's a bit boring, though. Eredin? Who is Eredin? I need to look them up because from The Witcher 3. Oh, is that the leader of the Wild Hunt? I'm gonna guess. Eredin. Because I was gonna say his sword is... Yeah, it is. The leader of the Wild Hunt. Cool. Because his sword is kind of really cool, but also quite extra. Like, it's not practical. That's not a practical sword. Can you imagine trying to get a sheath that would fit that comfortably? With that spike coming out of it? They have rapier.
Oh.
Creville. Sword of a true musketeer. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. They've got a few different rapiers by the looks. Oh. They've got a bow. It's like a LARP safe bow that looks like a nice bow. Kinda. If you get it. Yeah, with the wooden shit. Wait, the left-handed version looks like it's got wooden shit and the right-handed version doesn't?
Huh.
Unless it's something you attach to it after the fact. Which, judging by the bolts, I'm gonna say, yeah, you like pop the frame on. Shuriken?
Yeah.
Iron Claw Bill Friar Tuck, which is just a bottle. Your low-key Musketeer fanatics are seeing this as music to my ears.
Of course you are. You're French.
Which is just even like shown even more by how they spelt Musketeer.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Just a metal ingot. Throwing fish. It's Krieger 2. Krieger 2? Was Krieger 1 or 2 the one I was looking at before? I mean, this one has like a red handle. Oh, that's irony. I like that a lot. Anything else interesting? Spear poles without heads. Isn't that just a bow staff?
Nice.
Replacement fletchings, elven fletchings for your arrows. Princess Zenthia?
We spell it. That's how we spell it, I think. Like the musket, the weapon, and musketeer,
And then tier.
like someone
Like
that uses
someone
a
who does
musket.
something. Is another? I don't. Who is Princess Zenthia? Did I just not get that far in Witcher 3? Her sword's kinda weird. Again, with the little spikes on the blades. What are they for? Scorpio, the Roman gladius.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. This sword has engravings. Oh yeah, okay. God, I'm a sucker for Nordic engravings on sword blades. Apparently. God, that looks so good. We're only at 1/4 of the way through their products. Although a lot of these are like arrows and fletchings and shit. There it is. There's Imperius. This is the sword I was talking about. This is the Calamisil version, like the non like shaded version. But even still, that's pretty fucking nice. I actually really liked the concept of the magic weapons in his book. It's a shame that he turned out to be just a total bellend. Because the way it was like if you enchanted an item to magic, it became like indestructible. So they would make swords out of like paper, so that they were insanely thin and insanely light. But indestructible, so you could cut through things so easily because your blade profile was like nothing. Which is a really cool concept. What is Dvath? Is that looks like Drax's knives from
It does. It does actually, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a really just a plain sword. Beleta 2. That's really boring. Sorry, I don't mean to shit on this sword. I wonder if they have Skyrim replicas. Most swords in it looks very funky, but there are a few gems. They might do. They have a fucking Bector Corbin.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a really nice rapier, actually. I really like that. They actually incorporate the crossguard, like, finger grip into the crossguard, like the basket handle. That's really nice. The sword I have does, actually, because the loop goes up into the blade.
It's a gripper.
A gripper. Isn't that... I swear that's from something.
Put those grippers away.
Put those grippers away.
Put those grippers away.
That's not... I wasn't looking for the Roman console. I swear that was like a Lord of the Rings character or something. I don't remember. There's La Duchess. That was a nice one. Is that a fucking grenade? Alchemical crock throwable? Water. Poison. Gold. Fire. Like alchemical flasks. Love that. Ooh, we're getting to shields. Oh, we finally got the pike. Sigva pike. Oh, and the blade's engraved. Oh god, it's a Nord spear. I can't take this anymore. Like artifacts from Dwarf Fortress, I have not played Dwarf Fortress, but I will take your word for it. I can't. I want it. If money was no object, I would own every item in the. That is a badass, like, evil drow knife.
Oh yeah.
Part of this bundle, Parasite. Oh, if you bundle it, you can get an evil bonking stick as well. Would you like a biblically accurate bow staff? Polearm scimitar? Motherfuckers just stuck a scimitar on the end of a stick. That's a glaive. Isn't that just what a glaive is? Polearm saber, same thing. Also, this is called... Oh, it's called the Falcon. I thought that said Falchion. And I was like, that is not a Falchion. Why is... I think it's just this image, but the handle, I think it's just the fiberglass rod. Oh, because it's the halberd head. You can get it as a whole polearm. So you could put it on your own polearm handle if you wanted to. I like that they do things modular. But it was just a stick. In Dwarf Fortress, dwarves can get possessed by moods in which they can make any object made of any material and with more than normal material which can't be destroyed by anything. Fair. Dwarf Fortress has lore. I thought that was that, like, really old real-time strategy. The home run. It's just a steel baseball bat. The dentist. It's a studded club. Oh, look at this mace. The bailiff's mace. Oh, the twisted iron handle on that.
Oh.
We're in historically accurate weapons territory. It has procedural lore from 5 to 1,000 years. Jesus. Also, these Sylvan daggers, I don't like the colors they come in, but, like, they'd make a really good weapon for a Myconid. This is quite it's a very minimalistic sword, but it's quite nice. Ah, they ruined it with the blade profile. I liked the grip. I liked the crossguard, and then the blade profile is whatever the fuck that is. You should have just gone for a double-edged longsword.
Part of me likes it though.
Oh, it's giving like Falchion, but like drawn by a 14-year-old.
True. More Ninja Falchion.
Yeah. Tactical throwing knife. Another. Oh, it's the dark version of that glaive. See, Like, it might just be the images, but the detail gets a bit lost on the dark ones.
Hmm.
Deckard. That's a shanking
Yo,
knife
the crystal
right
dagger.
there.
Yo, the crystal daggers would be really good for Ceradonia.
Oh yeah. Crystal daggers. They got red, blue, green, grey. They're not too expensive either. But they are literally like tiny little daggers. They've got epic armory on here, what the fuck?
Oh.
To be fair, I did see a couple other things that were not made by Calamusel on here. Like, some of the crystal stuff wasn't. So I guess they do stock other stuff. Good to know. Just a wooden bow staff. I kind of actually love this. It would not suit me or my characters at all, but like, I want the big goat head double bonking stick. Look at the size of this thing. That must be heavy as fuck. That's the short version. Jesus.
Oh my fucking god.
That one we just looked at was the short version. They're like, yeah, this is a one-handed weapon. Is it? And then you have that one. Oh, Lonar's
Does
hammer.
it say how long both of them are?
Characteristics. Short is 1.2 meters, long is 1.4 meters.
Oh, it's only 20 centimeters in it.
Oh no,
but
wait.
fucking-
Oh, that was weight. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing there. Short is 84 centimeters, long is 114 centimeters.
There's my tape measure.
They both have the same grip length of 27 centimeters. However, the short has a 29 centimeter staff length and the long has a 60 centimeter staff length.
Not that bad for the short one.
Alright,
114.
Lucario, see you later. They have an anvil. A mini anvil for bonking.
For bonking.
Bonking. See, I wanted to see if they had any cool Calamusel shields, but because Epic Armory is coming up, a lot of the shields coming up are Epic Armory.
Hmm.
This is a really quite a nice dagger, randomly. It's quite small. It doesn't look like it would be comfortable to hold, but...
Hmm. Looks fucking
It's Epic
tiny.
Armory. Well, this... Maul cosplay katana with Suba. When you say Maul...
It looks like it's meant to be like fucking Darth Maul's.
I don't
vibe.
think Darth Maul had a katana though. This is really,
know,
really pretty.
But it's, by the looks of it, it's got the vibe.
For some
I mean,
reason,
he did-
the picture
I think
layout.
he did have the dark saber at one point, which is kind of a katana. shape.
True. It's nice. It's too sci-fi though, to pull off in Menhir's Fate.
Yeah.
The Viking CX. This was one of the sidearms I was looking at if I ever got their the sword I wanted. This one, I think. I think that was another one that had a nicer handle. I'm not looking at any of the Epic Armory stuff, for anyone wondering why I'm skipping over some cool weapons. I've already looked at all of these. Like the Highborn sword, this is the one I own. Not this version, I own the shorter version, and in gold.
The one I'm getting. Because, yeah, I'm getting the shorter version as well.
Yeah. Oh, another big bonking stick!
Yo.
Oh. Look at that fucking thing. Oh, God. Just a large gear. As you do. We've got a dragon bonking stick.
Oh my god. That's some. A little, like, if the hammerhead was slightly bigger, that would be a Monster Hunter weapon.
It would. Like a Rathalos weapon. A Rathian. Whichever. No, Rathalos. Rathalos is the red one.
With the rat head. I mean, the Rathalos hammer, at least in World, is fucking. It's literally just a big Rathalos head. Yo, the Dark Elven Longsword, let's go!
Where did I go past it? Oh yeah, that one. The Epic Armory one.
Yeah. The sword that's always been in my dreams.
There's this Epic Armory sword as well that I really like. I was between this one and the Highborn one, I think. I mean, I like the Highborn one more.
That is honestly just the Highborn sword, but without the fancy guard.
It's with a different cross guard. Foam sleeve for telescopic spear.
Yo.
It's all Epic Armory now.
Yo, the Baal as well. I know this is stuff we've seen and looked at before.
Fucking flintlock pistols.
Oh my god.
How do these work out in LARP? Are they Nerf guns? They're so well made.
Like,
I mean,
wait, it said it was created from real wood.
Yeah, I know. The website keeps scrolling me down.
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop it. Please, I want to read. Real wood and metal. Fuck me. Okay, goodbye. Where did it go? Oh, it's all doing it now. There we go. I figured out why.
What was it?
I was leaning on my keyboard.
Oh.
Real wood and metal, making an excellent accessory for LARP, historical reenactments, or theatrical play. Designed for mock combat.
Oh.
It can hold caps on the pin to create a loud bang.
Oh.
So, it's a cap gun. Alchemical vial. Oh, without foam. I was like, that's a really realistic looking, like, fake metal shield. No, that's just metal. Epic Armory does have some really nice shields. I really like their Norman shields. And their round shields, I've got the blue one of those. There's my sword.
Yeah.
There it is. Wow. The handle is not comfortable, I'm not gonna lie though. I don't know if it's just the one I got, but the wood pattern, let me zoom in. The wood pattern on the handle is really uncomfortable to hold.
Mm.
I wonder if they have Sokka's sword. Isn't Sokka's sword like a club?
No, because he gets like an actual sword like in the latest season. And like book 3, I think he gets like an actual sword.
Is this the sword from LARPs? No, it's a bit different, isn't it?
Isn't the sword from LARPs the Baal?
It might be.
Sure it is the Baal.
We've gone past at this point. I can't remember the sword names.
It's the one that's like the crossguard looks a bit like Horn.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've got to rewatch LARPs at some point.
Yeah, I've rewatched it multiple times. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Do they have collaborations? Here we go. So we've got The Witcher. Let's have a look at that. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh.
Mythic Workshops. Serovin. Arm Street. Douche de Bicoline. Stranger Comics. Mall Cosplay. And Quebec Fencing Federation. So let's have a look at. They don't just list out the weapons. Series dagger. Hold on, let's actually scroll through this. They've got featured replicas, which is. I don't recognize that one at all. Geralt staff. Iris. Princess Zynthia's sword. Geralt's back scabbard. That could hold any sword in it. But would it not make it really hard to draw your weapon? Like, that's the problem with back scabbards. Unless you design them specifically for proper draw. Because otherwise I would 100% get that. It is 145 for a scabbard though. So maybe not. Serial, Series Dagger, Eridins, that's it. Yeah, we've seen all of those. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Ah, that's where the Bailiff Mace came from. And Henry's Sword, I see. Mythic Workshop. Oh, this is where all the Edda stuff and the Nalandra, like, kind of elvish stuff comes from. Who are they? Oh, I'm leaning on my keyboard again. I don't know who Mythic Workshop is. They got some very D&D-esque. In fact, is that not literally just the drow art from D&D?
It's the rogue art.
The rogue art. But they've like added a mask to it or something.
Yeah.
They got collections, but it's not actually showing anything from them. Can I view all? Ah, I can. Jotun. Like sheaths. Was there anything we missed in this collection? Doesn't look like it. No. Sauron? Sigurowin even? Ah, that's what the Krieger came from. This one, okay. I mean, that's a nice looking sword. That's giving, like, a fantasy book I definitely would have read as a teenager. Fucking egg-looking pommel. View anything we missed here. Ah, this is also where the hammers came from. Damn, you thought the other bonking stick was fun. It's meant to be a staff, but it's just got a metal ram's head on the end. That one looks like fine. It looks like it can move appropriately for draw. The Geralt's back sheath. No, but the problem is, like, so you can get back sheaths that are specifically designed for draw, where they're open at the top or they can pop open. But because they were buckled at the top, you'd have to undo the buckles to get the sword out. Like, it sits too high on the shoulder. Arm Street. Ah, that's what these two weapons are. Viking X and the Viking Sword. 404 Calamasil not found. Don't know which collaboration that was. Stranger Comics. Ah, that's the one that the really nice blue sword came from. Ooh! I didn't want an interview. I just wanted to look at the sword. Oh. Oh, I kind of fuck with it. I really like that. It's like a completely different vibe, but it's giving Cyrodilia.
It's not.
Is it not?
No, it's not.
Is Cyrodilia not like the underground, like, edgy boys?
It is, but I don't know. It's not really giving Cyrodilia to me. It's giving more It's like giving more Veldraith, I'm gonna be honest. Veldraith or something like, I don't know, more Valis. But like a lot of Cyrodilia, like in terms of like long weapons or stuff like hammers and that kind of thing. we don't really use like swords that are super long. But even then, I don't know. It just I don't know.
Where do I get like pictures of Cyrodianians
It's look and feel
on the wiki?
up.
Oh. I could see someone like that using that sword.
There.
Because Valdraith is more like high fantasy. I mean, when one of the pictures of their inspiration of Cyrodiania is Shadowheart.
Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't get Cyrodiania from it personally.
Because Valdraith is more like medievally, like high fantasy. I don't want to say the good guys, but like hero outfits, you know? All of their art for look and feel, apart from Joffrey, are the good guys.
Mm. You mean Shadowheart's one of the good guys?
But she could also not be.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the only two weapons they have for this? I think so. I really like Niobe's sword. That one was cool. Maul cosplay. I'm guessing it's just that sword. And they don't really explain who or what it's for. Because the pictures of the dude doing Maul cosplay, a lot of them are Geralt.
Yeah.
With, I'm guessing, the Calamasil Geralt weapons. Kratos. And finally, Quebec Fencing Federation. With what look like not fun-looking replicas, just actual, like, practicing rapiers. Nice. So, model painting.
Anyway, yeah, that thing. That was a fun tangent.
Still good looking. They were still nice, but they weren't like as nice as the other ones, you know? You know? I know. But do you know?
I know.
Uno?
I do know.
Uno dos tres?
Mm-hmm.
Cuatro cinco seis? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Da, 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 da. Where were we? Painting. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about the subject of the stream. Me too. Why do you think I looked at swords for so long? Not just because I want one. Mostly because I want one. Quick, someone donate me £300 to buy a Calamasil sword.
Not just, but for the most part.
It's actually because I want a Calamasil sponsor where they send me their swords to talk about on video. I should email them. They won't reply, but I should try.
You can be the new Shadowversity, but without the shit.
You're like, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I like your swords. Fingers emoji.
I don't have problematic opinions.
I don't have problematic opinions. It's the rest of the world that's problematic. Mainly America. I'm gonna eat shellless Skittles. Oh. I have never held a problematic opinion in my life. Not even in secondary school when I was a little arsehole. And a completely different person. I'm amazed I had friends. Did I have friends, or did I just have people that were too polite to tell me to go away? Nah, to be fair, our friend group would have told me to go away. CJ. I like to think that our friend group kind of formed out of necessity as much as it did out of friendship. You did toss George out of a wheelchair, didn't you? I mean, are we really, like, stuck on the past here? I mean, come on.
I'd move past that, mainly because I don't want to think about it, but...
I'm a different person now. I've grown. I've been on a journey. That's how you apologize on the internet, right? You don't actually apologize. You just be like, I've grown.
I was in a dark place.
I've changed so much now.
I made a constant and severe lapse in my... continuous and severe lapse in my judgment.
I made a lapse in my judgment, and they definitely couldn't have gone horribly wrong. It definitely wasn't, like, directly behind a Tesco's truck.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to think about it. So let's not.
I feel like there should be things that you share on streams that should stay behind closed doors. Now, I'm an open book. I'm one of those people where, you know, channels won't be able to scrub through like hours and hours of my content to find cancelable things, to find the one thing I said that's cancelable, because I'm so open that I should have been cancelled on the spot if that's something they were going to cancel me for. I like to think that I don't do or say things that are cancelable. I mean, 15-year-old me definitely did. I was definitely that teenager that thought attack helicopter jokes were funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that kind of feeds into a lot of the content I make now, because I'm like, when you know, when I do things like r/the one joke, I'm like, seriously, like, I found these jokes funny when I was an idiot arsehole teenager over 10 years ago. These jokes are stale. Move on. I'm trans now. It makes me think of, you know,
Yeah, the person doing
the like tear gas, like
the tear gas in the
toilet
toilet.
products. Are we still doing this? I'm trans now. That's a reference you either get or you don't. Like... I also stumbled across a video where someone made a massive cloud of chlorine gas in their garden by accident.
Oh.
They were cleaning their swimming pool and they dumped a massive bucket of cleaning products into their swimming pool, and it went kaboof, and then this huge cloud of gas came out of their chlorinated swimming pool. And all the comments were like, "Yep, that's chlorine gas. That'll fuck you up."
Gas, brother.
I have been told that I collect information like I'm looking for blackmail material, so I'm glad the person doing the sharing is mostly not giving a fuck, so I look mostly normal in comparison. Now, I'm an open book in that I know that I did shitty things in the past, and I know that they're shitty, and the fact that I'm aware that they're shitty and would never do them now as a mature adult is like, like if I can recognize that I was a cringy asshole child, then like I've definitely grown. If I look back at the things that I did and go, man, that was cringe, that was shit, I can go, wow, I've grown, I'm slightly less cringe now, I'm cringe in a different way. Because teenagers are fucking assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially me. Have I lost friends along the way? Sure. Would I actually want to be friends with some of them now anyway? Probably not. Not gonna mention any names.
Mm-hmm.
Heartfelt sincerity on Blue the Nerd stream. Starring Teenagers Are Assholes. You avoided the cringy and problematic phase by being the target of others' problematic phases. Well, like I said earlier, like, I feel like our friend group was formed out of as much necessity as it was friendship, in that we were all dorky nerds who would very much be the ridicule to bullying, but we formed a group so large that it was just impossible to bully us.
Yeah. I honestly joined that group quite late because I was friends with all like the quote unquote smart kids and all that. All the like top grade kids, because I was that as well.
You were smart.
Emphasis
on the word.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And then you became friends with me, and it was all downhill. Did you ever recover from being friends with me?
I mean, the fact that you're now my best friend, I don't know. What does
Stockholm
that say?
syndrome.
Yeah, like I was talking about it with like some of my uni mates and all that. Like with some of my friends, it's a marvel that I even became friends or managed to stay friends with them. Because I was an asshole even up to like starting uni. I was a bit of an asshole. But yeah, I was also a little asshole as well.
Yeah, that's just what being young is, I think. And some people don't grow out of it, and some people do.
Yeah.
Some people grow out of it, and some people vote for Trump. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like also, like, yeah, you were one of the, like, you got straight A's, you know, you did really good.
Well, I got 3 A's at GCSE.
But,
I got mostly B's.
being, you know, smart and being in top sets and stuff
Hmm.
really sets you out for failure. Like, they don't
Oh,
set you out in a
absolutely.
way that you can sustain that and do well. They set you out in a way
I
that's like
I
you
literally watched
burn
a video
out.
about this. I literally watched a video about this like last year,
Did you?
and it like it was a whole thing about like why gifted kids like stop can stop being like that later in life.
Yeah. It's because
And
it's unsustainable as fuck.
yeah, it's like part of it is because when you're up at that height, you don't learn how to study properly. That's why like a lot of gifted kids grades drop in like college and that.
Mm-hmm.
It's because at that point where you're the gifted kid, you never really learn how to study. You just like know the shit, and then as shit gets harder, you never learn how to like properly keep up with
Improve
that.
with
So
it.
you drop,
Yeah.
and yeah, and burnout happens trying to keep up with it, and that's
Mm-hmm.
totally what happened to me. I went from like until like um mid secondary school I was like that, and then it dropped a bit at like GCSEs where I got A's but mostly B's, and then in college I went down to fucking like what I thought was two D's and an E. Turns out it was a C, a D, and an E. But even still, it was like I dropped off majorly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I chose to avoid setting high expectations. I got
Yeah.
C's. I didn't get above a C in secondary school because I had ADHD and was depressed. Yay, undiagnosed mental health and the UK education system just not figuring that out. Just a whole separate issue.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I wish I had known about because I maybe could have like managed it. It's the same with, you know, like the clever kid burnout, like not being able to keep up. It's like if you were aware of that, you'd be able to do something about it. But like because no one picked up on the fact that it was going to happen or was happening, it's just not resolved. And that goes for really every issue in school. School is the solutions to issues in schools is very much just like putting a plaster on a tumorous growth, you know?
Yeah.
But I can't blame the teachers because they're underpaid and not taught about these things.
Yeah.
It's the system that's the issue. What, Blue the Nerd talk about systemic issues on a stream? Whatever will happen next. But yeah, like it kind of feels bad knowing that like a substantial amount of my growth and also a lot of kids' growth after me is being stunted by a really shit system.
Mm-hmm.
It's like looking back, I really wish that I did better in French class. I wish that I, you know, did more with that and can speak French, but was that gonna fucking happen in the British education system when I had ADHD and was depressed? I don't think so. And look at me now. I'm streaming to an audience of 4 people.
Yeah.
I basically made it. To be fair, I wonder what any of our old teachers would think that I'd be doing now. Probably not working in an aquarium, like, with a substantial amount of scientific knowledge about fish under my belt.
Hmm.
Probably the last thing that I think any of my teachers would think I'd be doing.
Because I wonder if like Priory are gonna do like a 10 years like reunion thing, like
Maybe.
you see a lot of schools do, and I kind of hope so.
Yeah. If they do one, you have to let me know because I probably won't hear about it out here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember my sister ever doing one.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that would be fun. It would be fun to see where people that I would consider dead enders have ended up as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Do I tempt the rule of Tom Scar right now by mentioning people by name?
Tom Scar's Law.
Tom Scar's Law. Like someone whose name begins with W.
Oh yeah.
You probably know who I'm talking about from our art class.
The one who I seriously enjoyed winding up.
Yeah, because they just
Like,
seemed to hate the fact that we weren't scared of them.
Him in particular, I would just love talking shit back to. Because it's like, fuck it. Like, you're no more important than I am. Fuck you.
Yeah. He like thought that, oh, I'm sporty, therefore I'm scary and people will not talk back at me, and then we did, and he just didn't have a response to it. And it's like, I feel like we probably would have possibly been more concerned about it if not for the fact that we did have a critical mass of like a friend group of like 15 people. Because, you know, maybe he could have started a fight outside of class, but like I'd like to see him try.
Yeah. It always amazed me that like that we somehow commandeered, because growing up, going through Priory, that year 11 garden was always something like, it's like the like popular kids, they get that area, and then somehow our group of nerds managed to grab it.
Yeah, because there were so many of us. It was like there was that one table that we would always get in the lunchroom. You didn't get a reunion, at least you weren't invited. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they're more common in like America.
Yeah.
I have a feeling my sister possibly went to one that wasn't organized by the school, like a bunch of people from the school organized one, like a load of the students. But I can't remember.
Yeah, it definitely feels something that's a lot more an American thing. But yeah, I would be interested to see where people are and that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, the dead enders and that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be morbidly curious. I guess I could look people up. It's like I want to advance in my career more before that happens, so that I can be like, hey teacher that thought I would never amount to anything. I'm a scuba diver videographer now.
I'm not the person to organize one. Like Lauren said, we were in the fucking nerd group. It just so happened there were so many of us, but like,
yeah, I don't have any of the people on Facebook that I would need to invite. I barely even use Facebook.
Yeah.
Hades is on the sofa and he just started snoring really loud. I remember dyeing my hair blue for prom and hearing the teachers talking about how they make bets on which student it's going to be that dyes their hair, and none of them thought it was going to be me.
I don't remember hearing anything about that.
I can't remember if it was Mr. Mason or Mr. Morand that said it. I think it was Mr. Morand.
Mm.
But yeah, they didn't expect me to be the person that had blue hair. Don't know why. And I guess while your hair was dyed, your hair was a bit more sensible than mine.
Mm.
You had the Jared Leto.
Yeah. Also, I did technically dye it once while in Priory because of when we went to Comic-Con and I just dyed it black.
Oh yeah. To be fair, I technically dyed mine hair once while in Priory as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I dyed it like dark brown and orange.
Oh yeah.
The red panda dye job.
It's that ginger kid. I hear he touches people.
I still don't know if that was aimed at me. Like, it was just something I heard while walking past someone and assumed it was aimed at me, you know? And the words were specifically that electric-haired kid.
Oh, I thought it was that ginger kid.
No, it was that electric-haired kid. But it was back when my hair was like a shit show, so...
Hmm.
Back when I had the Justin Bieber cut but didn't style it, so it looked like I had bedhead at all times. Ginger derogatory, yeah. That's just me. I was ginger derogatory. It's weird though, because I wasn't even that ginger in secondary school. That's why the JP moment always just I find hilarious.
Because he was capital G ginger.
He was like the gingerest person I knew. He would give fucking the Weasleys a run for their money, you know?
Yeah.
And he literally like ginger brackets derogatories me. Highlight of my childhood that was. There were few moments that rival that as like highlight of my childhood. There was that. There was the time someone broke a window with a frozen cream egg. Do you not remember that?
No.
It was at the end of lunch. We were all like packed in the the streets in the school, like going from the garden into the school would be packed at the end of lunch.
Yeah.
And just out the top of the crowd, a cream egg flies straight into, I think, was it the girls' bathrooms or the boys' bathrooms on the right, going into that like room?
I think it was the boys.
I'm trying to remember the layout because it was there was that kind of, you had the door to the cafeteria, and then if you went right from the cafeteria, there was an entrance that way. And it was packed going into there. Just a cream egg flies out the top of the crowd and goes through a window.
I do not remember this.
Maybe I was the only one of our group that witnessed it. I don't know who threw it, is the thing. Like, I have guesses, but I don't know who threw it. I remember there being a teacher as well, and the teacher didn't catch who threw it as well. There was also that one time there was just like a condom found in the quad,
Oh.
and obviously that was being thrown around by people going, "Ew!"
Yeah.
And then a teacher took it away in a lunchbox.
Hmm.
And I just very distinctly remember a teacher being like, how do I get rid of this without touching it too much? I know, my own personal lunchbox. That was back before I was really in the nerd group, though. That was when I was friends with Connor Robertson. Before he moved away. That was a name drop right there. A full name drop.
There's Tom Scott. Slow. When you gonna get?
Just suddenly in chat, hey, that's me! But yeah, that was when I was friends with him, and I remember that distinctly because someone threw the condom at him. And he also got in a fight with, I think, JP?
Oh.
Or someone.
Ginger derogatory.
Yeah, he was like one of the only people I ever actually saw like kind of stand up for himself and actually fight one of them. And he was 100% winning before the fight got broken up as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about Connor. I spent like most of junior school friends with him. That's wild. He moved away like halfway through secondary school and just kind of disappeared from my life. He had a fat head. That's all I remember. He had a really wide head. And he used to... I'm sorry.
I don't know it. He had a fat head.
He did though.
Oh, okay.
And then in my junior school, there was like a little, we called it the quiet garden, but people would play in there regardless of the fact it was meant to be quiet. But there was a fence with a panel missing, and we used to climb through the fence, and he couldn't get his head through it. Like genuinely. And he used to say that it was because he had so many thoughts. And again, that's just another memory that's always stuck with me. That's messed up, man. Like, it was the only like defining characteristic I can think
The
of.
point blank, he had a fat head.
Connor, if you ever hear this, I'm sorry. It might be proportional to the rest of your body now. Maybe you just needed to grow into it. I don't know.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
God. I can't paint in these conditions.
Oh, I'm just about to go into a boss fight. I can't do this.
I can't see.
Oh. The frame 0. He had a fat head, and then I'm sure you grew into it. Oh god.
Oh,
I can't do this, man.
I need a stream highlights channel to just upload that. Zero context. Video starts. He had a fat head.
Oh, frame 0. Oh.
Oh, the fat head incident will be remembered.
Oh.
Oh god. He really did though. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna be even meaner. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Oh, just bullying. He's not even here to defend himself. Oh no, the view count's gone up by 1.
Oh.
After the stream, George, I'm gonna send you a picture of him. I'm gonna send you a message with what I was gonna say before I decided not to. You get to witness what I held back from. Blue entering the second asshole phase. Oh. I wonder what I genuinely wonder. I was gonna get my phone out to have a look at what he looks like now, but I'm using my phone to film, aren't I? Let's have a quick... I'm gonna have a quick cheeky gander to see if he ever grew into it. You know what? He did.
Good for him.
Good for him. How long ago was that photo? 2019, Jesus. He looks like a completely different person. Is it worse that I only sent you the message and hid what I really said? Is that worse?
No, they just looked at it. Oh no. Oh.
Not even like I can talk really, you know? I've got a bit of a 5-head going on. Got that widow's peak, which I'd say was because I've got a receding hairline, but I've just always had it. I can't find any pictures of him. I was going through my own Facebook to see if there are any pictures of like both of us because we used to be friends, and there just aren't. They've just been burned. George is getting flashbangs repeatedly. God. As I said, it's a marvel I haven't had any friends. I didn't find a picture of him, but I did find a picture of you in a hoodie wearing my hidden blade, doing the middle finger on the blade.
I know the exact picture.
See what I'm doing right now on camera? It is. Oh. Did you beat the boss?
I did beat that boss.
Nice. Even given everything.
Mm-hmm.
Are you winning, son?
I kind of am. I haven't lost a Death Defiance. I
Whoa.
didn't start with any, but that's besides the point. See if I should get. Oh, this one's really a lot easier than the other one.
There's a song by a musical artist that I quite enjoy that really fits the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a song by an artist called Jakey. It's called Fathead. The opening lyrics to the song go, "When I was a kid, they used to call me Fathead. Brothers, sisters, cousins, because my head was massive." I can't remember how it goes after that. The Cyclops nail is the real star of the stream. Food. Song's actually a bop though, I'm not gonna lie. All of Jakey's music is a bop. Sadly, I don't know where Connor is now because he hasn't posted anything on Facebook since 2019. I can only assume that he died.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe his skull got too big.
Stop!
I have to stop because otherwise eventually he's gonna find out. And he'll be really sad. What are you gonna do? Think at me?
Stop!
This is how I get cancelled. We all thought it would be my political videos. Or my fake disorder cringe.
3, 4, 5.
You doing math over there?
I'm counting the number of attacks this enemy is doing.
You mathin'? I had to do maths at work today.
Damn wild.
I know, because I was helping out schools, so we were teaching.
1, 2.
And we had an evolution class. And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
there were 10 levels, like, where you'd get, like, a new attribute. And there were certain amounts of, like, things. It was like rolling dice, and then you'd get X attribute for each level.
Yeah.
But then we worked out how many possible combinations there were. So there were, like, 7 levels with 3 options and 3 levels with 4 options. So you had to do 3 to the power of 7 times 4 to the power of 3. Which is maths that I didn't think I'd have to ever do again.
Mm.
The answer was like 290 something thousand.
Fair enough.
You spelt Tomskar right the first time,
I
Bashimi.
was gonna say. I noticed that, but.
Tomjgls. Timaska.
Oh my.
Fucking Timaska, my favorite YouTuber. Oh, I know Timaska. That's the guy
Timasker!
Timasker? That's the guy that wore that horse mask and went, I hate it.
I don't like this.
I don't like this. Hate that.
Fucking hate that.
Fucking hell, I hate that. Isn't he that guy that he's like a Jehovah's Witness or something, isn't he?
You think he might be?
Not like that Tom Scott who left.
Hmm.
And definitely not like Tom Scott.
No. He left.
Can't be mixing them up.
He left too.
He did
He
leave.
left YouTube.
He did. No, he still makes videos
Yeah, he does.
on technical difficulties.
Hmm.
Just not on Tom Scott. Once again, this is all stuff that, like, if you don't have the context, if you don't know who these people are, we're just talking nonsense. I have nonsense. We can spot a paedophile from a mile away. I was gonna go and his name was. I will let that joke be unspoken. If you come up with an answer for that joke and you go, wow, that was mean, just know that you're the one that came up for it, not me. I didn't say it, you're the arsehole here. And I think you should really just look inwards and ask yourself, why is it I thought that? Not my fault. I can't tell if my microphone's buzzing. Or if it's like the music. I don't think I've got anything too close to the mic that would cause it to buzz, but... Buzz Lightyear. I've still not watched Lightyear.
Neither have I.
Oh, I finally got kicked off of my my in-laws' Netflix account. Netflix finally went, you're not on the home Wi-Fi. Naughty, naughty. Your thoughts are impure, your thoughts are impure, your thoughts are impure. Not mine. My thoughts are always pure. Because I have grown and changed as a person. Just like Connor. I need to stop. Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help.
I don't know if it's more or less funny because he's not here.
Not here to defend himself.
Exactly. He can't do anything about this. Growing into those impure thoughts. That's why his head was so big.
No!
I just want to reiterate that we were really good friends. And I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Oh my god, my ribs hurt. Oh.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell, lads. We've got 10 minutes left of the stream. How much deeper of a hole can I dig myself into? We've only done, like... We have not gotten much of this model done, I'm not gonna lie. We did take, like, an hour Calamasil break, though. Let's blame it on the drink. Yeah. Let's do that. I blame the Skittles. I mixed alcohol and Skittles. Blame it on the boogie. I think what makes it so funny is that it happened in the same stream that I talked about growing as a person.
True.
I was like, I've changed. I'm a different person. I used to be an asshole, but I'm not like that anymore.
Anyway, my friend's giant head.
Look at the noggin on this guy. One step forward, 2 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 to the side. Every single time. Wow. Once again, a reference that only you will understand.
I've not listened to them in ages.
Fell asleep and dreamed I'm falling. Not match without warning. Can't see sleep. Stay awake. I listen to them a fair amount, I'm not gonna lie.
But
I'm also rewatching Code Geass, so it's relevant. I was gonna say, I'm surprised they never did like an anime opening or anything, but they did do a anime ending.
And also they did like a promotional thing for Netflix anime.
They did. That's what God, what was the song called?
Floating World.
That's the one. I actually really like that song.
I do as well.
But they did... What was the anime called? Ultraman? No.
Yeah.
Was it
not?
Ultraman?
I think it was. Something like that.
Because that's what GoFap was for.
Yeah.
Context for what GoFap is.
No.
No? We'll just leave it at that? Just look up GoFap on YouTube. Will it come up? No. It's... Ultraman Rising? I mean, maybe
Ultraman, because Ultraman is actually like its own thing.
Yeah, no, Ultraman's like a really popular anime. What was it? It was something, man.
Yeah, it was something like Ultraman.
I remember it having quite a big voice actor in it as well, in
Really?
the English dub. Bravo Man.
Bravo Man.
Which was an
Oh,
anime
yeah, 'cause-
based on a video game.
Their lyrics literally was like "Go Go Bravo."
It is literally, isn't it? Go, go, bravo! Who's it I'm thinking of? The Rob Paulson. It is Rob Paulson. Like a huge voice actor. He was fucking Pinky in Pinky and the Brain.
Oh.
He was Donatello in OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Huh.
He was also in like the Animaniacs and shit like that.
Mm.
Huge voice actor. I think he was Donatello in like most of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shows. That Code Geass these nuts. Code Geass.
Code Gay Ass.
One of my co-workers made a goblin joke earlier and I can't remember what it was, and I really wish that I could remember what it was. Because I just completely didn't like pick up on it until he said goblin these nuts. Code GAT. They should do a Code Geass spin-off where instead of Lelouch, they just replace him in every scene with Jesus.
Code Jesus.
Code Jesus. Which does remind me, I still need to watch Saint Young Men. Do you know what anime that is?
Can't say I do.
It's a slice of life anime where Jesus and Buddha are roommates.
Oh.
And it's like a comedy, and it looks really funny.
Fair enough.
Code Geass is my favorite thing, though. Do you know what I occasionally think of?
Man's not hot.
Yeah. No, not that actually.
Oh.
My brain just collated the two things then. No, I occasionally think about the movie Fit. The phrase is that even though I am queer, I can't say because the Twitch may ban me. But God, I need to send you a video about if I can find it. It's a kid playing Pokemon, and he names his Zubat the word that I can't say on stream.
Oh no!
And his mum is like asking him why he named it that. And the kid's like, 'cause it's a bat.
Yeah. I mean, duh.
At the end of the video, the kid goes, It's because he's a bat. It's not because he's gay. Because bats can't be gay. Which means he knew. He knew exactly what he was doing. I remember hearing about the manga a while back. Didn't know they made an anime of it. Oh, what, Saint Young Men? Yeah. I've never listened to the opening for it, actually. That's kind of how I judge an anime before I watch it. Like, oh, that's got a shit opening, not gonna watch that.
Fair enough.
That's not how I judge. Usually I find out if it's got a shit anime opening after I've started watching it. Otherwise, I would have never made it through Naruto.
What? Yeah, I guess the first opening isn't great. The first opening of Shippuden isn't great.
Which one's the first opening of Shippuden?
It's the rap one. It's, everybody stand up.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that one either, to be fair. You are my friend.
Look, okay, that goes hard. I will have no slander for distance.
If I can find a remix of it that is good, maybe it'll be Curse of Strahd Season 3 ending. Oh, my friend.
I will hear no slander for distance.
I don't know what I dislike more, that or Pikmin.
Like in the Dandadan opening.
Yeah. The opening that so far the only people I've heard that like it are all autistic.
Hmm.
And that's not ableism. I think it's just a very autism coded song, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of the people that I know that like it said they like it because of their autism.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. I've heard the Pikmin sounds are good for my autism.
I mean, Blaine has definitely said that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And one of my co-workers who recommended Dandadan to me in the first place also basically said the same thing. I find it the complete opposite. It's the most negative ASMR sound for me, and I don't know why.
Hmm.
They said that last stream too. Yeah, we're just repeating ourselves now. We've got no original content anymore, George.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to fathead jokes.
No.
I'm glad that I don't have a big enough viewership for things I say to reach people.
This is the shit that when you get big, they're gonna dig up.
10 years down the line, they're gonna be like, whoa. They called this person Fathead. It's gonna be on the cancel #cancel blue, and there's just gonna be clips of me saying he had a fat head. There's gonna be posters all over Twitter. I have the streams and chat logs burned into my brain. You have no idea how many times you repeat yourselves. Oh no, I know. I repeat myself a lot. I'll be the one to snitch, but Shimmy's gonna be, like, secretly a viewer, but acting like they're not. For that street cred. Oh no, the white is rubbing off the tips of this guy's claws, where I've been handling them too much. This always happens. Even with the primer, there's only so much rubbing it can handle.
Oh.
Is it that time already?
Oh shit, it is.
Suppose I should end in a sec. I'll take you down once you get famous, like an old farm dog. You gonna put me down like Lenny?
Like old yellow.
Gonna be like, there's gonna be a, you know, people studying English, and it's gonna be like, you see the foreshadowing when Blue the Nerd talked about the fat head before getting domed themselves.
Oh no.
Free us, Blue. What if I didn't? What would happen if I just don't? If I just don't end the stream? Should hopefully be alright. I mean, eventually I'll get some other coats on. Now is not the time to be productive with the painting. I'm trying to touch up the spots that rubbed off. And with that, I will end this stream.
I don't think that's something you should be doing on Twitch.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.